All aboard what? Oh, Shovel Knight. Oh, it's beautiful. Listen to that soundtrack. God, this game is amazing. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go into it. Okay, start game. Let's just get right to the meat of things. New adventure. Go ahead and set this little baby up. Double D. No. No, there we go. Nice and proper. Of course, it's got some story elements, but, you know, we're not here for that. Whatever, let's just get right to it. Ah, and there we are. Okay, so, I don't know how many of you may have played this game, but it's not much more than an average platformer action-adventure type of deal. I mean, if you've played games like Mega Man, any of the side-scrolling Mario games, trying to think, maybe Castlevania. Castlevania rings big. This game's got a lot of things in common with the original Castlevania games. More the first game than even so much like, well, I don't know. You know, now that I come to think of it, Simon's Quest has the towns, and this game has towns. This game also has stats. Wait, no, it doesn't. It just has items. Okay, yeah, it's still more like the first than the second. But enough about Castlevania. This is Shovel Knight, which, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think Yacht Club Games announced Plague Knight being a playable character soon. Plague Knight's one of the guys that you fight at the end of one of the stages. He's a boss. And now, he's gonna have, I think, maybe even his own story. I don't know if he's just a new playable character, or if he's gonna have, like, his own motivations, or what. I know he's got his own moveset, too. He actually traverses differently. There's a lot of the areas that you get to with Shovel Knight by bouncing on your shovel, like so. But Plague Knight doesn't have that, so I'm interested to see if they've redesigned anything to accommodate, or if you just have to go with what you normally would have done, but going about it differently. I'm excited. I've only had this game for maybe a couple of weeks, and I got around to finally beating it a few days ago, and decided I'm just gonna go ahead and keep playing it for fun, because this game is amazing. And it even has a New Game Plus mode, but I didn't really feel like starting off the run that way. Now, when Plague Knight gets introduced, all of a sudden Microsoft comes out and they've got their own thing happening on Xbox One. I didn't even know this game was on Xbox One. I mean, great that it is, you know, I'm glad that more people get to experience the bliss that is this game. But they have... I don't know if they're getting Plague Knight on Xbox One. I know they're getting Battletoads, which came way the hell out from left field. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, Battletoads is long overdue for their own new game. I remember Double Dragon was a huge one too for a long time, and they got their Neon version. I think it was just called Double Dragon Neon. It didn't do as well as they were hoping. It looks like a shinier version of the basic games that used to be for the Nintendo. I think they had Super Nintendo titles too, but I don't think I ever played them. But, I'm very curious to see how Battletoads plays into all of this, because they can transform. They can turn into, like, these gigantic weapons that morph around and have their own, like, ways of getting around and killing enemies. And knowing the way that they're changing things for Plague Knight, I'm excited. I can't wait. I don't even have an Xbox One, but maybe if I find somebody who does, you know, maybe I could give it a shot. Or, you know, I'll just find somebody on YouTube. Oh god, I'm so excited. Can you tell? Chicken. Oh man, see, when you play New Game Plus, all the chickens are replaced with bombs, as far as I know. I can't remember if I've ever found health on a New Game Plus file. We'll get there eventually. You'll probably see what I'm talking about if I ever get that far. We'll see how the series goes. Now see, running around, you've got this very set speed. You can almost turn on a dime. There's a little bit of a drag on his foot. He's got some momentum, but my favorite thing about him is just how easily he gets around. That bouncing mechanic changed everything from my very first impression of the game when I started learning that that's how you get around in a lot of areas like this. This is a secret room, but it takes probably the most advantage of it, other than that dragon boss that I had to kill a little bit ago. And it's addictive, and there's some really difficult and tight spots that you have to do this, and you have to manage different directions all at the same time. Like, it's not just bouncing up and down. You have to go left, right, you have to account for gravity, wind. There's all kinds of crazy elements in this game. And it doesn't get old. It just never... I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for old school... Duh! Ah, there we go. Sneaky little bastard. I'm just gonna have to pretend that there's somebody behind every wall I hit, because that's gonna happen a lot. But, I've never been able to stop enjoying old school type platformers, I guess. Like, I don't know, Super Meat Boy came out. I had never even heard of Meat Boy. And then when Super Meat Boy came out, I started watching videos about it, because I heard it was super hard, but it was super fair. And at the time, I think I was still messing around a lot with my 360 at the time, and playing a lot of FPSs. I think I had just built my gaming PC, and I was really... Oh, no, here's the Dragon Boss. Wow, okay, I am all sorts of combobulated today. But, oh no, this is the second one. You fight 2 of these? I wasn't even aware of that. Oh no! Don't lose the trend now! Alright, you know what, I'm just gonna chalk it up for a loss and just keep moving. But, yeah, so... I love games like this, that are simple in execution, have an amazing art style. I mean, this is basically 8-bit, as far as I can tell. I don't think they ever really get too complicated with how the game looks, but it's stylized in a way that it never gets old, and it's great. It reminds me of games like Wind Waker, I think, was Okami one of them? Katamari's another good one. I mean, it's the way the graphics are drawn out and put together. The game never gets boring to look at, even when you go back 10 years later. Like, I could play Wind Waker right now on GameCube, even though they have the remake for the Wii U, and it's fucking brilliant. Like, the game looks gorgeous. And I think I remember watching an old video of Pokemon Stadium, and see, now you've got the 3D Pokemon games on 3DS with beautifully cel-shaded graphics that probably are going to look good for a long time. I mean, with the 3DS's capabilities, the anti-aliasing could use a little bit of work, but really there's only so much you can do for that, so it can be forgiven. It's the hardware's limitations, and they're doing what they can with what they got. But when it came to Pokemon Stadium, we were floored. Like, as a kid, I was upset. I talked about it constantly. I mean, I probably pissed off so many of my friends and family members just because I couldn't shut up about it. And that was great and all, but, it looks like shit now. Like, seriously, go anywhere on YouTube and find an old video of Pokemon Stadium 1 or 2, and at the time, it's so good, but no, not anymore. They look so... The animations look terrible, the Pokemon look like crap. It's mostly the textures more than anything, but... Yeah, knock this guy out, no problem. I don't know. Black Knight's a bit of a wuss. I mean, I think you fight him, what, 3 or 4 times? Every time it gets a little bit harder, but you've always got new items and new abilities to kind of Ooh. Okay, no, this is just the fire. This happens at the end of every single level. It's a little different depending on whether or not you've finished a region, I believe. You get this sequence here in the first one. Oh no, with my bay! Yeah, I do get to catch her. I'm gonna get you, girl. I got you. You know, it wouldn't be nearly as epic if that slow-mo didn't happen. They knew what they were doing with this. Nightmares! Oh no. Always put your fire out. Okay, do they make fires with these gemstones or something? Because it's not like he buried a bunch of his treasure underneath the fire pit. I don't know, maybe he did. Wait, can I move the log? You would think I know this, after playing it as many times as I already have. Ah, we are off to a good start. Halt! Oh, it's just a shovel. Well, you then. Oh. God, that weirds me out every time. Oh yeah, the bard. And there's your music sheets. I'm gonna say, when it comes to collection quests in most games, they're daunting, and it's repetitive, and there's not a whole lot that you gain for it, but in this game, they reward you not only with the music that's actually on the sheets, that you can play while you're wandering around through the town. But, which is really clever, by the way, instead of making it just a simple thing in an options menu. You actually get to go out and earn the reward. But, in a game like this, you get rewarded through monetary compensation as well. So, even if you're broke, you're wandering around town, and you not only unlock music, but you have money. It's fucking great. I mean, it's not that hard to consider as a good reward or anything, but, you know, whatever. Most games don't do that, and I appreciate that they give you more of a reason to go for it. Do I really want to... Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit this room over here real quick before we're done. Yeah, you don't look like you got much going on. I'll keep you company. Play your silly-ass game. Oh shit, why did I go that way? I got this. It's all good. Huh, I'm actually not doing all that great. I don't know what the minimum score you have to get is in order to get a reward. I know she has one of the music sheets. I don't know if she has more than one, though. Oh, God. I can't remember the last time I did this bad. I think you gotta get above 150. There we go. Honestly, is that it? Please don't be it. Oh, no! Yeah! Oh, did I get it? Oh. Color me impressed. Smartass. Alright, I guess that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.